Hello and welcome back to the Plant Temple. Today we're going to be doing a plant tour of the garden, and I'll be joined by Dana. She'll be showing you some of the herbs that she loves. First up is my pergola. The pergola was not here when I bought the house. I actually added it a year and a half ago, and I did that because I wanted some more height to hang plants from and also some more shade on my deck as the trees were getting taller and the Texas sun can be quite harsh. It was really important to me that I found a pergola made out of cedar wood because cedar holds up in the elements and is a really strong wood for outdoors. Makes me want to set up the camera again on the feeders like I used to, you remember? Designed the pergola with multiple elements in mind. I wanted to think about having layers, so I wanted to have plants that were going to hang and trail down, and also plants that I could hang and take their vines and spread out on top of the pergola. I also wanted plants to be on the ground and plants that were somewhat larger to fill the middle space. But I didn't want to box in the pergola. I wanted to create almost a window that I could look through into the garden that was framed by plants. So each part of the pergola is its own window, and I often look through this center window, but every opening is an opportunity to create a really beautiful picture, and I am thankful that we've been able to do that. Here's an example of one of my bottom layers. I have some rosemary growing up and spreading out. I have a monstera here that is starting to fenestrate, and it is also growing up and growing out. Then my herbs doing the same thing, but they are backed up by a really beautiful picture of roses that have some sharp pink and red highlights for the new leaves. So I think that creates a very nice picture for a bottom layer. And it also has depth to it because each one of these planters has different plants that are growing up and filling the space. On this side, we have several different types of philodendron, a pothos over here, and then we have some herbs in the center that are growing out. That's some catnip. Moving on to the hanging plants, we have some spider plants, we have some orchids. Vanda orchids are the ones with these aerial roots. We have some pothos, we have some Hoyas, and some cactus, lots of different hanging plants. And around the pergola, I have lots of different decorations. I have wind chimes, hummingbird feeders, I have candle holders. The hummingbirds love coming to the different feeders and chasing each other around the pergola. This is my Arizona ash tree. You can see there's a bromeliad forest. There is some hanging baskets of cactus and staghorn ferns. Lots of different plants here. These are my arches, leads to the compost bin and to the current graveyard. So I lined this fence with whiskey barrels, and I've placed different plants that are edible inside the whiskey barrels, with the exception of this one that has some elephant ears that we will remove here in a couple months and replace with a tree of some sort. For example, this one has lemon balm, smells amazing, and a peach tree. I'm going to be harvesting some peppermint soon and drying it for tea. So now we're going to check out some herbs, and these herbs Dana has chosen because she really got into herbs in the last year. I'll let her tell you about it. Dana?
I do love herbs, and today I'm gonna show you some of the special ones that I have growing. Come on. So I have a bunch of different medicinal herbs growing in this raised bed, and the one that I am most delighted about right now is my Roman chamomile. I love chamomile. It's my most used herb. I use it in so many different teas. I find that it's effective, it's quick acting, and it's very gentle on the system. And this is the first year that I got flowers. Last year I planted one here, and it was so hot so early in the season that the chamomile couldn't take it. It was too much light. But this year, it is growing. So I have a bunch of flowers coming off of this one. I've harvested a few. A couple look like they're getting ready to open. And then next to it, I have a common chamomile and a German chamomile that I planted a little later in the season. So I'm gonna see if those get to flowering too, but pretty awesome to see some chamomile growing in the garden. I've been so fortunate to bring some incredible herbs into the garden, and I'd love to show the comfrey, the rue, the catnip, the basils, but today I'm gonna just show one more, and that is this beautiful combination right here, this sweet lavender and this rosemary variety. I got these at the same time, and I planted them in this raised bed together. First of all, they smell incredible. I love coming out here and smelling the herbs. It is such a treat for the senses. And I find bees in this lavender plant just about every day, which is just a mark of success as a gardener because you want to bring bees to your garden. So I've not harvested any of these flowers yet. I've just been letting them grow, leaving them for the bees. I do use this rosemary in a lot of cooking. It grows prolifically, smells and tastes amazing. So if you do not have any herbs, even if you don't have a garden, you just have a windowsill, I'd recommend some. Rosemary is a staple of mine, and I'm sure it'll make you as happy as it makes me.
This rosemary is a different variety, and one grows in what looks like a single stalk, and this one seems very bendy. But this one has a lot of flowers that the insects have loved as well. Behind this arch is my greenhouse, which I'm not going to show today because I've made a lot of videos about it, but it is there. This is my tree of vines. I have a lot of different types of vines hanging. I got pothos, neon pothos, some philodendron, heart-shaped philodendron, basil philodendron, so many different types of hanging plants. This is a sequoia. Love those colors. Tree of vines. I like to come here and just feel like I'm in the jungle. And lastly, my roses, which really need to get cut back. Incredible. Oh, that's amazing. Thanks so much for joining us for this episode. Hey there, Mr. Birdie. Bye. Thank you for joining us on this tour of a plant temple garden. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you don't forget to check out How to Grow, Nurture Your Garden, Nurture Yourself, the self-help book written through the lens of the garden.
Remember to subscribe, like this video if you liked it. If you don't like it, leave a dislike and let us know in the comments why. And if there's anything that you'd like to see more of in the future, please let us know. We love your feedback, we love hearing from you, and it helps us figure out what you want to see.
Until the next time, everybody, have a great rest of your day.